calm down, cause he just wanna learn something, so I teach him something. I am the one that teach.
Call me 10 wins and 20.
Hey, Max, that was awesome, man. Thank you very much.
No problem, brother. It was good. It was good to cover that flat earth shit as well. So,
yeah. I just felt compelled to just bring it up for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I was tapping into your frequency and it was something that was on your mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's really important that people put down all this shit, Chris. They really can. And it's got to be open for question. You've got to have questions about it. I've got some real freaking questions as far as this formula they're using for curvature, brother. I really do. They're using the wrong formula. You know, this 8 inches per mile squared applied to line of sight. You can't do that. That's backwards. That's not how you measure curvature. So.
Right.
I personally, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Have you seen any of the geodetic survey information? I've spoken to surveyors about it. You know, how do you measure for curvature? You know, 8 inches per mile square off line of sight. And they go, no, that's not how you measure curvature. You measure curvature by variations of angle in the perpendicular. That's how you test for curvature. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Variations in angle of the perpendicular?
Yeah.
It's like sticking toothpicks in an orange and seeing the variation in the angles of the toothpicks to get the size of the orange.
Right.
This is how these guys have triangulated and made maps for years. It's how they mapped and measured the entire world. It's how they measured the height of Mount Everest. It's how they made all the maps that the flat earthers are using to state their case with triangulation through theodolites. Okay? So if you could do this yourself. Go and hire a theodolite from the local council or get a surveyor. Go and pay a guy freaking $50 to come and do an experiment with you. Give him a fucking case of beer or something. Say, hey man, I want to do an experiment. I want to test for curvature in my local area, see what it's like. Okay? What you do, and as you go and you find a level area of ground, get a bit of highway or fucking whatever. A piece of highway is fine, you know, or a plane or whatever. Put in a flat plate on the ground and take a spirit level and make it perfectly flat. Okay? So it's perfectly level on that particular spot on the earth. And then erect an upright, a perpendicular, okay? Use a builder's square and a spirit level to get that perfectly upright, perfectly perpendicular in relation to that level plate on the ground, okay? You got me?
Right.
You got that? You can picture that. It's perfectly perpendicular, sticking out directly straight out of the earth, okay? That perpendicular, according to that level plate. Now go a mile down the road and do it again. Put down a level plate and put in a perpendicular. Now get a theodolite and shine and look along the line of those two perpendiculars and measure the variation in angle of the two perpendiculars, okay? And what you're going to find is there's about 1 arc minute. About the measurement that my friend got was 1 arc minute and 11 seconds of variation in the angle. Okay, 1 arc minute is 1/60th of 1 degree plus 11 seconds over 1 mile, okay? 1/60th of 1 degree and 11 seconds. So that indicates a curvature rate of approximately 1 degree over 60 or 70 miles. That's how much visible curvature you are going to see. So if you were looking at an object 60 or 70 miles away on the horizon, there's going to be 1 degree of curvature between you and that object. Of course you can fucking see it, you know? So that's how you measure curvature. You don't apply spherical trigonometry to line of sight. What people need to do is get a CAD drawing program. I mean, I can't work a CAD drawing, and I'd be really interested to see the results of it, actually, because who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But get a CAD drawing program and measure out 60 or 70 miles, and then what is it that they say? How far should something be below the horizon at the 8 inches per mile squared formula that they're saying? Was it how many feet below the horizon should it be, that object?
How far away is the object?
60 miles.
60 miles. I want to say that's like 10 stories or something like that.
So what that would be what?
About 120 feet.
About 120 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what you want to do is now draw an arc from that point where you're standing to 120 feet down below the horizon on a 60-mile plane. Okay. And then continue that arc right around until you've got a globe, and then measure the circumference of that globe and see if it's 25,000 miles. Okay, because that's what the circumference of the globe is supposed to be. I don't think it's going to be that big. I think it's going to be quite small, because I think they're claiming outrageous distances. I think it's more than 120 feet.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think it is. I haven't looked into the flat earth.
And I've been asking one of the flat earthers, please tell me, what is your estimate for this? And none of them will answer me. I want to conduct a simple experiment. Tell me, what is your estimate? Because I don't know. I left high school in grade 10. I don't know spherical trigonometry. I don't even know how to use a calculator properly. So, someone tell me what is the estimate that you're giving, and get someone with a CAD drawing program to create that sphere and tell me what the circumference of that sphere is. Because you can just do the simple math. Okay, the Earth, they claim it's 25,000 miles around, right? So you get a circle 360 degrees, divide that by 25,000, and you get, I did it the other day, it's 0.0144. So that's 0.0. So that's down in arc minutes. So that's consistent with what I said before. It's in arc minutes per mile. So your measurement in per mile is in arc minutes. So it's way below 1 degree per mile. So what is the real formula? This 8 inches per mile squared just doesn't work. So why can't I put that on the table and have this investigated and put there as valid research? Oh, you can't say that, you're a shill. The fuck,
Well, they don't even know what the definition of a shill is, because the definition of a shill would be like if somebody had one of those find the queen card games, and it was rigged, and somebody was going over there and saying, oh yeah, you got to play this game, and he'd go over there and act like he's a winner, act like he's a winner. That's a shill.
I bought his snake oil, and it worked for me. My warts are gone.
Yeah, that's a shill.
That's a fucking shill. Exactly. They got no fucking idea, mate. It's unbelievable. Right. I'm sick of this word being banded around. But hey, anyway, that's how you test for curvature, and you can do that yourself, and you can do that within a mile radius on any freaking spot on the planet. Okay, so to me, this indicates that curvature, it may well be a ball. I'm seeing a lot of evidence that suggests it's a ball. Retrograde motion. One flat earther put out a fucking video saying retrograde motion proves the sphere, debunked. And he put out this video saying retrograde motion is possible on a geocentric model, and he did the two animations, and he showed retrograde motion of Mars exactly as it works on the heliocentric model, but no one took into account that it happened in 3 fucking hours. Mars doesn't go into retrograde for 3 hours per fucking day. It goes into retrograde for fucking 3 months, 2 or 3 times a year. So I think there's a problem there. I think you just proved the fucking globe with your model. So there's all of this sort of stuff out there, mate. It's unbelievable. Check that one out if you can find it. It's by a guy called Mr. Thrive and Survive, and it's about proving retrograde motion, debunking flat Earth. I've debunked it. And check out his model, mate. His retrograde takes place over 3 hours, and it actually debunks the flat Earth model. And he's still got it up there. This is the fucking brain of these people. This is the fucking level of mentality. It's scary to see.
The other thing that I've been looking at is the heliocentric model in terms of astrology, because Cherie does transit charts, birth charts, and these things are so chillingly accurate that we have to pay attention to what's going on in the stars. I mean, she'll tell me, today you're going to encounter this. You're probably going to have a conversation with your boss. Be careful what you say because it could get heated if you don't, et cetera, things like that. And she's so accurate in her transits and everything that I have to pay attention to it. And the only way that astrology really makes sense is if we were at the center of everything as opposed to just off in the middle of nowhere. I mean, according to mainstream astronomy, we are like a gas station out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I know. Look, there's a lot wrong with what we're being told about where we live and what's actually going on here. But I have no fucking idea what the answers are. And honestly, it's the least of my concerns. But this whole concept that exposing the flat Earth is the big lie that will expose all the other lies is completely and utterly fucking ridiculous. It's a psyop, I mean, there's even a flat Earth card on the Illuminati deck, and freaking Barack Obama even said, I don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. Everyone's latching on to it, going, oh, see, he knows. No, for fuck's sake, if he knew and he was trying to freaking hide it from you, he wouldn't fucking mention it, you idiot. He fucking said it because he wanted you to jump down the rabbit hole, and you took the fucking bait, hook, line, and sinker. Now you're fucking arguing with all your peers who are trying to get this fucking criminal out of power with you. It's fucking ridiculous. It's such a play. Yeah. And it's got to be fucked how people can't see it. He wouldn't have fucking mentioned it if he didn't want you to jump down the fucking rabbit hole, you moron. Oh, my fucking God. These are the people we're trying to save, Chris. It's frustrating.
Well, when I saw the way Santos has been acting lately, that's when I said, you know what, I don't want to touch this. Because if it can make somebody like Santos lose his fucking mind, I don't want anything to do with it anymore.
He's completely lost his mind, mate. He's utterly toxic. He's totally locked in false ego.
Yeah.
He's really trying to get a response. He said on a show the other day, he said, Max Igan, he will drain your energy like a vampire. He's a government thug on the government payroll. He said that on...
Did he really?
He said that on a show the other day. I'll give you a link.
Oh, my God.
He put all his... Like, you ought to hear what he says, man. He's apparently on one interview he said that there's on his model of the flat Earth, I don't know where he got it from, but his model of the flat Earth, there's a...
There's like a biblical dome with a firmament.
There's a mountain in the center of the flat Earth that is 700 miles high, but no one can see it because it's the same color as the sky.
I heard something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that gets a little bizarre.
Yeah, it's pretty out there, mate. But check out this. So it's about 30. If you start at about 30 minutes in or 32 minutes in, and just listen for the next 4 or 5 minutes. And he's throwing a lot of truth in there as well, so he's mixing as much truth as he can in with this flat Earth. And the ad hominem attacks are fucking insane, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you could watch the whole lot. You could watch the whole thing up to about 40 minutes. By then, it'll be too draining. It's just too toxic to want to watch. It's really disturbing stuff. I mean, he's fucking completely lost his mind, man. And he's calling out everybody who isn't a flat earther as being a paid government agent, and all meat eaters, demon worshippers. They're all going to rot in hell, and ball lickers. Anybody calls them demon worshipping, dog eating ball lickers. That's what they are. Yeah. They're all spiritually dead, he says. They're all in false ego.
I mean,
he's calling people all this shit, and he's saying that and my syncretism is its only hope. Oh, there's no gloom. We're heading for a future where we're all going to be dancing in the streets, and it's fucking unbelievable, mate. And this is all since he got out of jail, you know.
Right. This is the kind of infant-like mentality that this subject takes people to. That's what really bothers me about this whole thing. I mean, because I never would think that Santos would use words like he's using.
Mate, this is what I called in April last year. I said, watch out. And I put out that thing, a plea for sanity. See what's coming. Watch out what this does, folks. And it's fucking done it. Even beyond my expectations. I mean, like you say, the change in Santos, but I don't know. And he says this is his goal. His goal is to shut up all these false prophets. He wants to shut down the independent media as much as he can. That's his new goal in life.
I read that he wants to shut down this station and that radio show and this radio show, and I don't act like that. And I mean, I know who we are. We're there for the truth.
Well, mate, I never attack anyone.
People down.
I think he's gotten so incredibly toxic towards me because he wants a reaction. And he's going, all these people will be in jail. I'll see to it. Yeah, really? Yeah, I'll make sure of it. Oh, really? You're going to make sure of us all going to jail, are you, Santos? Interesting thing to say, you know?
Wow.
So, and he's saying, I'm not leaving the country anymore. I'm giving up traveling because I want to stay here and dedicate my life to syncretism. Well, he's creating isms as well. And claiming to have discovered the link between all things, which is everybody's known about for years, but anyway. And I tell you the fucking irony, though, mate. On his syncretism page where he's selling charts and shit now, all these syncretism charts and flat earth charts and stuff, $20 for a chart. You just get a download of it and you print it on A4, I guess. I mean,
wow.
$20. You'd want to be getting a big poster in the mail for $20, wouldn't you?
Right.
But and you look at the fucking the graphic he's got on the site, and there he is wearing a Crowhouse T-shirt. Right?
No way.
Really?
Yeah. Go and look at his Facebook page and all his syncretism pictures of him there with electricity and stuff. He's got a Crowhouse T-shirt on. I'm not going to tell him. People have been saying, I've got to get a picture of this and post it somewhere. Look, Max Santos is putting down Max and he's advertising his website. And I'm saying, no, don't tell him. Just see how long it fucking takes him. See how fucking brain dead he is. See how long it takes him to realise that all of these graphics he's putting up and all these talks he's posting, he's got fucking Crowhouse T-shirt on in all of them. Maybe you should talk again, Santos. If you're going to tell people I'm a government agent, maybe you should fucking do another presentation in a different fucking shirt, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Change your
Wow. I never noticed that. I don't really watch too much of Santos stuff.
I've been checking out his Facebook page once every couple of days just to see what sort of hatred he's posting, see what his level of hatred is. It's been fucking off the charts. But the last day he's actually been kind of calm, which is interesting. He'd probably have a relapse soon. But you can just go to his Facebook page and check out his photographs there. There's a couple of blue ones of him there with his syncretism thing. He's got this fucking Crowhouse. Most of his favourite shots he's wearing the Crowhouse shirt. It's a fucking classic, mate.
Let me see. I'm going to his Facebook page now. Got to see this.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, mate. And if you scroll right down, you'll find a link to his charts available now. And then you click there and go to the website. And there he is with a freaking Crowhouse T-shirt. You know? I might even be able to find the
There
link.
it is, the Crowhouse T-shirt.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Wow, and it's like right there.
I know you can read it so freaking clear, eh? It's
Wow.
it's fucking classic. Synchronism.
Poor guy. Yeah, I don't like to laugh at other people's downfalls or misfortunes, but when you're a flat-out douchebag, it's hard to not.
Yeah, it's really a shame, isn't it?
It's
is. Really a shame.
I remember a few years ago, he was like the next best thing since sliced bread, and everybody wanted him on the show, and stuff on astrology and things like that. it didn't really make too much sense to me because I really don't have that ear for astrology like Cherie does. But
I always thought his astrotheology was a little bit eccentric, but relatively legitimate. He may have jumped the gun several times throughout any given presentation, but his information was legitimate enough to be entertaining. But now it's just disgusting.
Well, look at his main website. Check out his main website. Check out the graphic on his main fucking website, mate.
Universal Truth School. Look at that, the crowhouse.
Does he just not realize like what he's wearing?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's fucking lost his mind. Okay, if you want to put shit on me, you don't like me, great. But hey, man, I think you should change your fucking graphic.
Yeah.
I don't think your mind's working fucking very well. I think I can fucking prove that it isn't. Have a look at your fucking graphic. Don't you even look at your fucking website? You're so caught up on this picture of you standing there with your hand on your chest and looking so solemn. Really? Are you so caught up in yourself that you can't look at the fucking shirt that you're wearing? That I gave to you when you came to visit me in my house and I opened my fucking door to you and treated you like a friend? That shirt?
Wow.
Huh?
It's a guru syndrome shirt.
That's heartbreaking. I mean, it really is. It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking. He's lost his mind, mate. He's lost his fucking mind.
Everard wants to debate him real quick, and I said, look, he wants to debate him really badly. And I said, look, it's not going to
just be
turn
a
into anything
mudslinging.
productive.
What for? What for? It'd be a fucking mudslinging match.
Right, exactly. Somebody like Jaron or Mark Sargent, they would do a respectful debate. So if you're really interested, we can arrange something like that. But
it's not that. It's just like I was saying. You know, you can't enter into a debate where we've got no. You know, you can't ask questions. It's ridiculous. And I spoke to Jaron. He seemed like a nice guy, but the problem is that if you can have a debate, but if you don't agree with the flat Earth community by the end of the debate, you'll be labelled a shill. It's as simple as that. So what's the point entering into the debate? Even if you put forth valid points, like, oh my God, now this guy's got me doubting the flat Earth. It's a mind program. It's mind control. It's a new listening program. He's a shill. He's got me. Oh my God. You know, you fuck, man. There's no point debating these people. I can't see anything constructive coming of it. I really can't. I mean, all you can do is put information out there and say, well, you know, I actually said go and told someone about those geodetic studies that I just told you about. You know what their response was? They said surveyors are Freemasons. Oh, boy, you fucking what? So now you're telling me there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands. You just put this up to like probably millions of people part of this conspiracy now. You're telling me that every guy who works for every local council and every building company is fucking part of the conspiracy to fucking hide the fucking flat Earth from you. And I'm pretty sure that being a Freemason is not a prerequisite to becoming a surveyor. You know? So, and frankly, I said, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a fucking Freemason or a lion tamer. It's a fucking theodolite. You know, it's a fucking instrument. Look through it yourself, for God's sake, and see what the fucking measurement is. You know, go and do the experiment yourself. It's a simple fucking experiment. All you need is a fucking mile of road or a mile of field, a fucking builder's square, and a fucking spirit level. These things aren't digital conspiratorial devices. It's a fucking spirit level and a fucking builder's square, a piece of fucking wood and a stick to stand up on it. Okay, it's that fucking simple. There's your test. Go and test for curvature yourself. Don't listen to what these fucking idiots are telling you online. Go and test yourself. And where are you even getting these measurements for all these things you're testing? What, off Google Earth? This isn't fucking Google Earth NASA. You don't get to fucking use Google Earth. Go fucking see the measurement yourself. Do you even know how to fucking measure something? Get a fucking theodolite. Measure out a fucking space on the ground, and then go and put a post somewhere and triangulate it and measure the angle, and that's how you fucking measure something. Do you even know how to fucking measure? Where are you getting your information from? Have you gone and done any real-time experiments, you know? Have you gone and fucking booked a flight from Sydney to Santiago? You know, for fuck's sake, you people. Go out in the world and do some real-time fucking research and then come back and present your results instead of believing all these fucking YouTube videos. Because you're just fucking discrediting YouTube. You're discrediting real information by putting all this fucking bullshit out there and putting all this speculation out there based on the bullshit that you've fucking assimilated. What the fuck is going on here? This is not research. It's a fucking circus. You know? So that'll be my debate. You know? Never debate a Scorpio, mate. That's the problem, you know?
Right.
I mean, it's a fucking circus, Chris. It's a fucking circus.
No, I know.
Go and fucking test for curvature. Do that test and tell me what your fucking results are. And get someone to do it in France, and get someone to do it in the UK, and someone to do it in Philadelphia, and someone to do it in Australia, someone to do it in China. Do it all around the fucking world. And see if there's a freaking curvature and a variation in fucking degree, an angle of uprights in all of these places. And if there is, well, guess fucking what? You live on a fucking globe. End of story. And the guys who fucking made all the maps that you're using fucking to prove that it's flat years ago, fucking prove that you're living on a globe to make the fucking maps. So fucking hell, anyway, that's my debate.
Here's the video they put out about us. They said that because we send our shows after every show to GCN, and GCN airs the next day on the AM and FM and on their website, that we are owned by Alex Jones. So Truth Frequency is owned by Alex Jones, and thus owned by NBC.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's how you do research, mate.
Right. And I said, did you not bother to do a fucking who is on the website? We don't use domains by proxy. It's very clear. You can see Chris Geo, Truth Frequency, established November 5th, 2009, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. It's a joke, mate. It's a fucking
It was
joke.
insulting because we put our blood, sweat, and tears into building Truth Frequency. And for them to say that, oh, they're owned by Alex Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. But we
part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
We've
It's become a freak show, mate. It really has.
It has.
We've been really unwilling to use the word shill, though, because the flat Earth people use it so much, and they don't even seem to know what the word means.
Right. They don't know what the word shill means. They don't know what the term psyop means, and they fucking use it all the time. And just fucking look at my videos, and that's living fucking proof. Look at the comment section of my videos. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well,
hey, I'm even saying the Earth's a globe.
It's just about over, though. I mean, the flat Earth caught steam for a little while. It was fun to talk about, but I don't hear anybody talking about it anymore.
Mm. That's why people like Santos are getting so irate and lashing out, because he's staked his whole reputation on it. And when he actually stayed with a friend of mine called Adrian, who's a Krishna, who's fully into the Vedas, and he picked up like a half-cocked version of the understanding of the Vedas, and realized that the Vedas contains a flat Earth cosmology, and so he could use the Vedas and Krishna and all this sort of stuff to tie all of his previous astrological videos in with the flat Earth model, and claim that he's found the link between it all, and not lose face on all of the hundreds of videos he put out on astrology by now claiming there are no planets and the Earth's flat. So he's trying to tie it all together to maintain face, and it's not working. So he's just proved himself to be a complete fucking fraud that made all this shit up right from the beginning, and just stole all this fucking every bit of research he fucking could to create this fucking thing, and that he has no fucking credibility. And so he's just lashing out, as you would, by publicly fucking destroying yourself the way he's done.
We did a couple of flat Earth videos, and when we did, I always prefaced it by saying, I'm not a flat earther, I'm not a truther, I'm just a radio show host, and I enjoy talking about interesting ideas. Now, blah, 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 blah. It was from both sides. You're a flat Earth idiot. And then the other side, you're a shill because you won't admit that you're part of the flat Earth movement. It's like, I'm talking about the fucking subject here, okay? I can only talk about it as far as I know it and as far as I can prove it, which isn't very far.
Yeah, well, the flat earthers think that all the ball earthers are a shill, and the glow earthers think that all the flat earthers are a shill, and because I believe the universe is electrical, they all think I'm a shill, so...
Right.
It's fucking unbelievable. Then you got Santos putting out all this shit saying I'm paid by the government, which is fucking ridiculous, which would indicate that he's actually paid by the government now, so...
That's, when you said that, that's the first thing that came to mind, especially with the arresting.
Yeah, watch that link. Like I said, you only got to watch probably 35 minutes, 36 minutes. You watch the part where he says, I'm a vampire, and I'm a government thug, and we're all on the government payroll, and, all this, this is fucking open accusations, actually defaming, fucking full slander, and, I mean, for fuck's sake, I got death threats and shit from Arthur Christian doing all this sort of shit for me years ago. Now I got Santos doing it, more death threats. Thanks for coming. Great shit, But his audience has dwindled so much. He keeps saying, he says one point, he says, I get millions of emails from people about Max Igan who've led him the wrong way. Millions of people.
Wow.
Who are just so depressed and despondent because of listening to Max Igan, So I'm really depressing, mate. I'm really fucking depressing to listen to. It's you just want to slit your wrists after 10 minutes, and it's.
This is making me want to remove any flat Earth videos that we have. I already removed it from the title, and I call it holographic reality instead of flat Earth.
Mate, watching some of Santos's recent interviews is fucking enlightening. I tell you, they're just even whatever topic you get him onto, it just lapses into ad hominem attacks. It's ridiculous, and how he wants to shut down everybody. Every whatever topic he gets onto, it always comes back to that. He doesn't just say it once; it's the whole show. And the poor kid that's interviewing him is kind of starstruck, So it's a shame. But anyway, everyone's saying through it, mate. I think it's been great actually that Santos has gone flat Earth and gone so fucking crazy, because everyone's going, whoa, hang on, maybe this stuff ain't so solid after all, So thanks Santos, you're helping wake people up.
Wow. It is what it is. We're going to let you go. It's getting late over here.
Yeah, we're getting
I
tired.
gotta go and eat something.
All right, brother. Good talking to you.
It was
and
great talking to you.
yeah, we most likely will see you in Ohio, so that's going to be really fun if we get to do that.
Yeah, I really want to go.
Yeah, no worries. I'll edit this down and I'll post a version of the show too. So
Okay.
well, no worries, brother. Talk
Excellent.
soon.
All right, take care.
All
Bye.
right, thank you.
Bye.